Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a custom slider with the Elementor Custom Slide. So at the end of this tutorial, we're going to create something as advanced as this. And then when you hover here, you can see the description slides in from the bottom. And then you hover here, the description slides in from the bottom. And the image changes as well. Now we're going to achieve this without any additional plugin, just only Elementor using the Elementor native slides widget. And mind you, it is responsive on all devices, and we can check that out on tablet and see how it looks like on tablets. As you can see, you hover, same effect works on tablet like that, like this, and also on mobile as well, as you can see. And then this here is where it gets interesting. On mobile, you can see now that however, if it doesn't work on mobile, so you can even click on a particular text and it will still perform the syntax for you. So it's wonderful on mobile as well. You can use this to spice up whatever project you're working on and make it look really, really crazy. Okay. And also you can even create other variations as well. You can create other variations as well, like what we have here. As you can see now, there is no description at the bottom. When you just hover, you now have this, like this, and like this, like as you can see. And it's also responsive on all devices. I'm going to walk you through on how to achieve all these. So without further delay, let's dive in and get started. In our Elementor editing screen, the first thing I'll do here is I'll click on the plus icon here. Select the flex source container, then select the structure. I'll come over here, set the content width to full width. Now, I'll come down here to our style option and then set the background color to black. I'll go to the advanced settings, set the margin to 0, set the padding to 0. I'll come over here to add element and search for the slides widget, and then I'm going to select the slides widget. Now I'm going to delete the other slides and left with just one slide that we're going to work with and then duplicate afterwards. Okay, so now for this slide here, what I'm going to do here is I'll just come over to the content. Now for the title, we're going to delete the title. For the button text, we're going to delete the button text, so we do not have a button. Now for the description, I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to copy this and then add it to make it a little bit longer. All right, so now this is what we'll have here. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here to the background and select an image. So I'll select this image here. Then I'll come over here, remove this color. All right, then I'll come down here to have the correspondence effect, and then I'm going to toggle this to yes and leave the zoom direction to be in. So we have this gracious, movement, as you can see. All right. So now the next thing I'll do here is I'll come over to the height, change the unit from pixel to VH, and then set it to 100 VH. Then I'll come over to the slide options. Now for the slide option, we're going to set the navigation. Currently we have the arrows and dot. Let's go back to our slides and then let's duplicate the slides. So we now have 3 slides. Change this image here to this one, and then come over here. And then we're going to change this image here to this image here as well. So we now have 3 slides and you can see our navigation here. And then there is a dot at the bottom, but however, on our Elementor editor, we cannot see the dot at the bottom. But if we should publish this and preview it, we're going to see the dot at the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and then we're going to set the navigation to dots only, because what we're going to do, the trick we're going to do here to this Elementor Slides widget is we're going to convert these dots here to text. Okay, so that is why we need these dots to be here. And then for the transition, we're going to set the transition to fade. So we'll have this nice feel. As you can see, this wonderful feel. Then with the correspondence effect working, just give that life feel, So now we're going to go to the style option. For the content width, we're going to set the content width to 35%. And then for the padding, we're going to unlink this to the bottom. We're going to give it a padding of 150. Horizontal position, we'll leave it to the center. Vertical position, we're going to set it to the bottom. So we now have our description text at the bottom like that. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here to the title. Now for the title, I'm going to go to the typography. For the font family, I'm going to set it to Clonica. Okay, this is the font family we'll be using. Okay, then we are done. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to set the responsiveness of our slide. So we'll come over here. For the tablets, we'll go to the slide option, and then we're going to unlink this. Now for the padding to the bottom, we're going to set it to 80 pixel. 80 pixel. Okay, we're going to leave everything else. Okay, for the content width, we're going to increase this as well to like 45%. Okay, so we'll have it like that. And then we're going to come over here to the mobile. And then for the mobile, we're going to increase the content width to 75%. Okay, and then for the padding, we're going to unlink this and give it a padding to the bottom 40 pixel. All right, so we are done making our slides responsive. So let's go back to our desktop view. Now the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to add a CSS code to our slide. So to do so, we'll go to the advanced settings, come over here to where we'll have the custom CSS. This is where we're going to paste our code. So I'm just going to come over here to my code editor where I've written down the code I will be using. Okay. So I'm just going to copy out this code from here. So not worry about this code. A link will be provided in the description of this video where you can access this code and copy it and make use of it for free. Okay, so I'll just paste the code here. Now nothing virtually has happened here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do to make this work, we're going to come over here to add element, and then we're going to search for the HTML widget, and then we're going to select that. Now we're going to come back to my code editor where I have the JavaScript code written down. So I'm just going to copy it out from this scripts down to this portion here. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to paste it. Now on our editor, we can't see anything on our editor. As you can see, we cannot see anything on our editor. However, when we come over here and we click on the publish and we click on preview, now this is what we're going to have. Now you can see our dot is now changed to text, blade, warrior, and shogun. So every text you hover on, it's going to open a new image and the description text slides in from the bottom like that. Okay. All right. So now we'll go back here and come over to the slides, come over to the style, then come down to where we'll have the navigation. Now for the space between the dots, we're just going to increase it to 20 pixel and then publish this. So now when you come over here, you now see it, there is now space between like that. Now this looks wonderful. This looks really beautiful. So in a situation where you want to like edit this to suit whatever you're working on, like change this text here, it's quite simple to do. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. So to do that, all you just need to do is to come over here to your editor and then come over to the HTML widget. Now I'm just going to increase this a little bit. Then we'll scroll down here and then we'll come over to where we'll have this constant label. We will have this text written, assign readable labels for each bullet. Okay, so now the blade, the warrior, and the shogun, these are the various texts we have here. So you can just replace the text or add another text. Take for instance, you want to add another slide to this. All you just need to do is to come over here and then copy this shogun like so, and then stop at the comma, copy it, and then come over here. After the shogun, you just now paste it here. You now paste it here, and then you can change the text here to whatever you want. Let's say echoes. Let's just set it to echoes like that. Now when you come over here, you publish this. Now this is what's going to happen. You come over to preview, you're going to notice that nothing happened. You cannot see the echoes here. Okay, the reason for that is there is no slide with the name echo. Okay, so now to do that, we're going to come back here, come over to the slide, come over to the content, and then duplicate this slide here. So the fourth slide is going to be what is going to stand for the echo. That is, the echo will now show up what is on this fourth slide. So we can just set, let's set this image here. Okay, and then when we publish this now, and come over here, we're now going to see echoes, and this is what echo produces. So that is how you add images. So my advice is, when you're making use of this, you try to make it a minimum of 3, and then you can make it maybe 2, minimum of 3 and a maximum of 4 slides. We produce something very good. And however, if you're using a maximum of 4 slides, now you're going to have a little bit of issue on the responsiveness, especially for the mobile, if you have your description text coming up at the bottom. So if you're taking it up to like, or you let's say 4 slides, just try to remove the description text. So on the mobile, it's gonna show pretty well on the mobile. Okay, so now just gonna delete this here because we won't be needing that. Let's just work with the 3 slides. Okay, so I'm just gonna toggle this back, and I'm gonna click on the publish. Now, take for instance, you wanna change your font family for the various text you have here. For this text here, you want to change the font family to suit whatever project you're working on. Just to do that, you just come over here to the code. For the slide, you go to the advanced settings, come over to where we have the font, the custom CSS, and you come over to here, you see the font family here. Now, you're going to come over here and you can select whatever font family you want. Take for instance, we want to set it to Roboto. So you just write it Roboto like that, and then you click on publish. Now make sure you're using fonts that are already existing in Elementor or you've installed on your website. Okay, so now you now have the Roboto text here, and then we'll come back here. We can just set it back to our previous text, which is the Alconica. Now, mind you, there are certain text fonts that you can put here that when you come over here, it will not show. However, if you find yourself in that particular situation, all you just need to do is to come over here on your slide. You go to the style option, come over to the title, and then make sure you set the typography to whatever text you want here, to the particular text you've added to your custom CSS. Just make sure you add the font here, select the font here, and it will work as you want. Okay, so you can see we already have our Konica here. That is exactly what we experienced, and that is why I had to set it our Konica here and then go back to our custom code and make sure it is here. But fonts like Poppins that are, I don't know why it's working like that, however, but if you find yourself in that particular situation, just do what I say and it will work perfectly well for you. So now for the responsiveness, this is where you can set the font size for the various screen, for tablet, and then for mobile as well. Okay, this is just pretty basic. All right, so now that is pretty much it. Now you're just going to click on publish, and then you come over here. You now have this wonderful effect, and we can check this out on our live website to see how it looks like without all this WordPress setup and all that stuff. Let's see how it looks on various screens on our live website. All right, so this is it on our live website. So now when I hover on Shogun, I have this and the text slide back like that, and then we can check it out on tablet to see what it looks like, and if we have to do any other adjustments. Now it looks perfectly well on tablet, and it works also on tablet like that. Now let's check it out on mobile. Let's see if everything looks great. It also looks great on mobile as well, as you can see. So you can either click or hover. It works perfectly. So that's pretty much it about this tutorial. If you've learned something new from this tutorial, remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified first when I do a new video. Feel free to drop your comment wherever you're confused or have any questions, and I'll do well to attend to as much as I can. But until then, see you on our next video. Bye-bye.